Hello everyone. Welcome to EduTap's another session of Perspective 360 degree where we do current affair based answer writing practice in a detailed and structured manner. So if you are an aspirant preparing for exams like RBI, NABARD, etc., then this initiative is definitely going to help you with answer writing practice for the descriptive paper of phase 2. So let us begin with the discussion, and the topic that we are going to cover for today is accessibility in urban infrastructure for disabilities. And we are covering this topic. The context is that because there were multiple articles that was there in the newspapers in the past few weeks, and also a few months back also there were different articles, and since we have not covered this topic, so I thought let us use this opportunity to cover it as a part of our series. So, in addition to that, if we see the syllabus of our exam, then the social justice has been mentioned, and as a part of social justice, we have to cover person with disabilities. Apart from that, since we are talking about the person with disabilities with respect to the urban infrastructure, then the urbanization is also a topic, another theme that is mentioned as a part of your syllabus, and that's why we are discussing this topic as a part of this session. Now, if you are somebody who is new to this Perspective 360 degree series, so let me tell you that here, firstly, we give you an expected question, and you have to write the answer of this expected question in the comment box that will be evaluated by our team within 48 hours. And let me also add that this whole initiative is free of cost. So today is Monday, so you have to submit your answer before Wednesday 5 p.m. if you want it to get evaluated. So I hope it is clear to you. Now let us read the expected question for today, which is discuss the need for accessible infrastructure for persons with disabilities and outline the challenges in establishing such infrastructure. So if we identify the keywords that are mentioned in the question, then the very precisely the keywords are, firstly, it is asking about the need for accessible infrastructure for PWDs. So it is asking about the need for accessible infrastructure for the person with disabilities. Then secondly, it is also asking about the challenges in establishing such infrastructure. So these are going to be our keywords on the basis of which we are going to write our answer, and you have to write your answer within 600 words, which carries 15 marks. Now let me also tell you that, as I've told you before also, but those of you who have not attended those sessions, so when we are talking, when a question asks about the challenges, and if the uh, and if the question is not asking about the solution with respect to challenges, so what we should do, we should still write the solution of the challenges, but in a very brief manner. But if there were a case where the question was asking about the challenges and the solution very specifically, then there you were supposed to write the solution in a very detailed manner. But in this case, the question is asking about the need and the challenges, and once you are done with the challenges, at the end, what you will do, very briefly, in a very short, concise, and precise manner, what you will write, you will also write 3 to 4 points, or let's say 2 to 3 points, in a very brief manner, the solutions of these challenges. So this is the point that I wanted to make, which will make your answer more organized, and it will also make your answer more elaborative with respect to the other fellow aspirants who are writing the same answer. But make sure that this has to be written in a very brief manner because it has not been directly asked in the question. So I hope the point is clear to you. Now let us go through the blueprint that you have to follow while writing this answer in the comment box and also in your examination. So you will divide your answer into introduction, the main body, and the conclusion. The introduction should be around 10 to 12% of the total word limit, and the same rule applies to conclusion also. The rest of the word limit should be dedicated to the body part, where you will write your body in the form of different headings and subheadings. Under the subheadings, you will write your relevant points, which you will try to substantiate using relevant data. facts and examples. So that's the point regarding the answer blueprint. Now let us move on to the first part, which is the introduction of this answer. And before that, this is how we are going to break down our answer. Apart from that, we are also going to write the solution very briefly, just 3 to 4 points. So this, firstly we will write the introduction, then body part 1, body part 2, and then the conclusion. And this is how we are going to break down our answer on the basis of the keywords that we had identified. Now let us go to the introduction part. So when we talk about the accessible infrastructure refers to the design and implementation of urban infrastructure that ensures inclusivity and also the ease of access for person with disabilities. So this is nothing but the accessible infrastructure that is accessible to the person with disabilities, that can ease their life and ease their access to such type of infrastructure. So firstly, let us talk about the introduction. So in India, the need for accessible infrastructure for persons with disabilities is both pressing and complex issue. According to Census 2011, India is home to approximately 26.8 million people with disabilities, accounting for 2.21% of the population. So what we are doing, we are showing the importance that this whole issue of accessible infrastructure is very important as far as the disabilities are concerned, because 26.8 million is the population of these disabilities, which constitute 2.21% of the total population. So firstly we are giving the data regarding the PWDs. Then what we are doing, the Indian constitution guarantees equality and non-discrimination under article 14 and 15. So this is regarding these articles. And then article 21 ensures a right to life with dignity. So what we are doing, we are taking the backing of our constitution, that our constitution also promotes the equality and the right to life. That's why this whole accessible infrastructure for the disabilities is very important, because of the constitutional and the legal backing also. Then this significant demographic underscores the urgency of creating inclusive environments that allow PWDs to participate fully in society. So what do we need to do? We have the urgency of creating inclusive environment with respect to the urban infrastructure that is inclusive or accessible to PWDs, so that they can participate fully in the society. So this is how we can design our introduction. You can write your own version of introduction in your own words, and after that you can just give a heading. You can put a heading like need for accessible infrastructure, and then you can start with the body part. So now let us go through the body part one by one, where the first point is legal framework. So when we talk about the legal framework, in India we have a specific act, which is Right to Person with Disabilities Act 2016. And as per this act, accessibility for person with disability is a legal right. So, in order to fulfill this legal right, what we need to do, we need to have accessible infrastructure in India in order to cater the needs with respect to the public services and facilities for the person with disabilities. So this is regarding the first point under legal framework. The second point is regarding the right to education. We also need to prioritize the right to education in India, which is also our fundamental right as mentioned in the constitution. But what is the issue regarding that? Why we have not been able to implement it in a proper way? Because as per the UNESCO, 27% of children with disabilities have never been to school. So we need to solve such issues where the children do not have the accessibility to the education infrastructure. So that is the second point under the legal framework. This is our second need, that in order to impart the right to education in the society all across the country, we need to have accessible infrastructure. Now, the second point is regarding livelihood opportunities. So, when we talk about the livelihood opportunities, only 36% of India's 26 million person with disabilities are employed. This is the data that has been given by Ministry of Statistics. So, we discussed in the introduction also. If I take you back to the introduction, in the introduction we saw this data that India is home to approximately 26.8 million people. Then out of this 26.8 million people with disabilities, 36% are unemployed, which is the data given by the government. So that is an important issue. So what we need to do, we need to have accessible infrastructure for them so that we can provide them livelihood opportunities and different avenues for obtaining skills to those with disability in need. So this is regarding the second point, the need for accessible infrastructure. The third is the differing needs. So when we talk about the person with disabilities have varying accessibility needs based on their physical, sensory, and mental capabilities. So what we need to have infrastructure that can accommodate diverse needs of these people. For example, let us say a person who uses the wheelchair. Now, in order to move inside a building, from moving from one floor to the another floor, what does that person need? That person need infrastructure such as the elevator or the ramp, etc. So this is regarding the diverse need. Whereas if there is a person who is visually blind, who cannot see, then what does he need? He needs a tactical pavement, a proper pavement, and also the auditory signals. So different type of PWDs have different type of needs depending on their capabilities. So what we need to do, we need to have accessible infrastructure that can cater the demand of the diverse needs of the person with disabilities. So let us just go through the slide. There are different accessibility needs for person with disabilities ranging from physical, sensory, and mental capabilities, and the accessibility design needs various elements, features, and services. Examples: while a ramp is necessary for a person in wheelchair, tactical paving is necessary for visually impaired. So I hope the point is clear to you. The fourth point is regarding the economic aspects. So when we talk about the economic aspects, there is an important data given by International Labour Organization which says that inclusion of PWDs in the workforce can lead to increase in GDP of 3 to 7%. So this is the potential if we are able to bring accessible infrastructure for these sections of the society, because if we will promote inclusion of them, if they are also become a part of the workforce or contributing to the economy, then they could lead to increase of 3 to 7%. Then additionally, it is estimated that India's lack of focus on disability inclusive economy result in a missed opportunity worth over 210 billion. So this says that because of our neglection, because of our incapability so far to create a proper accessible infrastructure to meet the demand of the disabled, what we are losing, we are losing around dollar 210 billion worth of opportunities. So this is regarding the fourth point, which is the economic aspects. What is the economic dimension of the need for accessible infrastructure? Now let us move on to the second body part, which is challenges in establishing accessible infrastructure. Though we have the need, but what are the challenges with respect to that, which is nothing but the second part of the question. So the first challenge is regarding missed targets of the Accessible India campaign. So when we talk about the Accessible India campaign, then this Accessible India campaign aims to build infrastructure for persons with disability in the sectors such as the transportation, for example, in buses, etc. Then also with respect to ICT, which is information and communication technology, and other such diverse fields. But the problem is that this Accessible India campaign has missed its targets. For example, by 2018, this Accessible India campaign set a target to make 25% of the buses accessible. But the status is that by 2022, only 8.73% of the buses were made accessible. So this is the mismatch, this is the gap where Accessible India campaign could not fulfill its target. Another example is by 2020 only 48.5% of the government's buildings were made accessible compared to the target of making 50% of the government buildings by 2018. So the target till 2018 was 50 to make 50% of the government buildings as accessible, but only 48.5% of the government buildings were made accessible. This shows that government has not been able to meet its target with respect to the Accessible India campaign, which creates the challenge in establishing accessible infrastructure. And I hope it is clear to you. The second is the funding challenge. So the allocation of funds for improving the accessibility of public infrastructure for PWDs is insufficient. And if you see the data, the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment received only rupees 1225 crore, which is just 0.027% of the total budget. So you can see the budget that has been allocated for the funding of accessible infrastructure has been insufficient, has been low. So this is another factor which is with respect to the funding. The third is regarding the dispute redressal. There is a slow pace of resolving cases related to accessibility complaints raised by the person with disabilities. So this point is pretty simple. The next point is regarding lack of awareness. Now the challenge regarding lack of awareness is that many person with disabilities, they are not aware regarding the fact that accessibility is a legal right under Right to Person with Disability Act 2016. They think that this accessibility is just a form of welfare by the government, but that is not the scenario. It is not. I'm not saying that it is not a welfare. Yes, it is a welfare, but it is also a matter of right. The problem that arises because of this lack of awareness is that these PWDs, they are not able to make the authorities accountable for their actions. If the authorities are not able to play their duties, they are not able to fulfill their duties, then these PWDs are not able to make them accountable for their neglection, because they think that it is not a matter of right but just a matter of welfare. So that's why awareness is also equally important. Now let us just read through the slides that many PWDs are unaware that accessibility is the legal right under PWD Act 2016 rather than a welfare measure, because of which they are not able to hold the accountabilities or hold the authorities accountable. So this is another important point. Now these are the solutions. You just have to write it in a very brief and concise manner. Do not elaborate it at any cost, because this is not something that has been asked directly in the question. But since we are writing the challenges, then we have to write the solutions also in a very precise and a concise manner. So the first solution could be introduce accessibility professionals. So it means that to include specialists in municipal authorities and codify in building bylaws and the national building code. And also the specialists should be appointed in the municipal authorities so that they can help in building such type of infrastructure in the cities, in the urban environment. So this is regarding the first point. The second point is establish an accessibility committee, which means to create a parliamentary committee to enhance disabled friendliness in all parliamentary process. So this is regarding the second point, pretty straightforward. The third is meet the accessibility targets. So another solution could be to ensure that targets are met and allocate the necessary funds. Also the targets that the government has not been able to achieve, especially with respect to the initiatives such as the Accessible India campaign, such targets should be met. The fourth point is holistic accessibility approach. So another solution could be the approach that is there should be holistic in nature, it should be comprehensive in nature, that could address different varying type of disabilities, such as with respect to the physical capabilities, sensory, cognitive, and other type of multifaceted needs of all the person with disabilities, which means that the approach should be as inclusive as possible. So this is regarding the solutions which you can write in a very precise and concise manner. So I hope these are clear to you. Lastly, we are going to see the conclusion part, where we can say that the need for accessible infrastructure for PWD in India is an important issue that demands urgent and sustained attention. So we are talking about the urgency, that it is an important issue and it demands urgent and sustained attention. Then the government has taken commendable steps to address this through initiatives like Accessible India campaign, which is also known as Sagamya Bharat Abhiyan, and the scheme for implementation of Rights for Person with Disabilities Act, which is SIPDA 2016. So these are the initiatives that have been taken by the government, which aim to enhance the accessibility of public spaces and ensure the rights of persons with disabilities are protected and promoted. You can just cut short this line. I think it is a bit lengthy, but in order to fit the word limit, you can just cut short this line depending on what type of points that you are writing. So make sure that it is just around 10 to 12% of the total word limit. Then lastly, what is the way forward? Only through sustained and collective effort we can ensure that PWDs in India have equal opportunities to participate fully in all aspects of life. So this is regarding the conclusion. So we are done with the session. Today we had a recorded session and not a live one because of some reason. And Wednesday we are going to have a live session. So that is it for today. This is the question, the answer of which you have to write in the comment box, and within 600 words, which carries 15 marks, and the whole process is free of cost. So I hope it is clear to you. So thank you so much and all the best.